How's it going, everybody? This video is going to be a little different. I initially wanted to make a Oscar Best Picture review video like I did last year for last year's Oscars. I didn't get to this year because I ran out of time and wasn't able to see Nickel Boys and A Complete Unknown. But to be honest, I don't think seeing them, more specifically A Complete Unknown, was going to persuade me to think that one of those two were going to win Best Picture because I wanted The Brutalist to win Best Picture. Sadly, it didn't. It went to Anora, which I'm okay with. But I just wanted to talk about the films I saw that I haven't done a review on. And I also just wanted to talk about a few other films that I've seen that, whether they be new or whatever. So let's start off with The Brutalist, directed by Brady Corbet, which is about a Hungarian Jewish Holocaust survivor who comes to the United States of America after World War II. And he's an architect, and he faces hardships of discrimination and class warfare. And it's, as the name suggests, it's brutal, although it's more so about brutalist architecture. That's what the title is referring to. But the film is very heavy. It deals with a lot of heavy themes. And it was truly a fantastic experience. And it's interesting because I didn't know a lot about it before. I heard about it earlier last year, and I threw it in my watch list. I was like, okay, I checked out what A24 had coming out in the year. I saw The Brutalist. I thought, okay, that seems interesting. Let's throw it on the watch list. One day, I'm just sitting down listening to some music. I had The Holdovers soundtrack playing on Spotify. And then it continued on into other songs. And then all of a sudden, I heard Overture Bus. And I thought, oh my God, what is this incredible music that I'm listening to? I go to check my phone, and it's for The Brutalist. And I thought, holy shit, I have to see this movie. And it is a 3.5 hour long film with an intermission baked into the film. So not only was it an intermission, but it had a timer in it. And it was more so like 30 minutes for me because they had to switch out the film reel because I saw it in 70 millimeter, and holy shit, that was beautiful, stunning. Words can't describe how fantastic this film looked. Wow. And I'm glad it won Best Cinematography at the Oscars because I don't know what else it would have gone to. That film looked absolutely breathtaking. I can't describe just how beautiful the film was to look at. There's so many interesting camera angles and shots, and it just oozes beauty and a love for filmmaking. And yeah, I really can't describe it any more than that. What else do I want to talk about in The Brutalist? I thought the acting was fantastic. Adrian Brody won Best Actor. I was rooting for him. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. I had not a single issue with his performance. People were complaining about the use of AI because he was speaking Hungarian in a few moments throughout the film. And the editor said that they had to retool some of his Hungarian dialogue for a few syllables here and there because they wanted to get it to be as authentic as possible, because apparently Hungarian is one of the most difficult languages to speak. I don't have an issue with it being used in that way because I see it more so as like singers doing auto-tune to, get their voice to sound different. And as long as it's not AI being used to, make his Hungarian dialogue all just that, without his voice, without him doing it, as long as it's just used as a tool and not as a replacement, then I'm okay with that. Other than that, I thought his performance was just fantastic. I felt sorry and sad for this character who just got beat down on the entire film. Guy Pearce, I wanted him to win Best Supporting Actor. I thought he was stunning. He just melted into his character. His character plays this just rich guy who wants Laszlo, our main character, played by Adrian Brody, to build a structure for him. He understands and realizes what he can do. But more so throughout the film, you come to see that he doesn't care about the person. He doesn't care about his religion, his background. He just cares about what he can provide. So it's a very much of a class warfare ish esque film, and more so just about discrimination, immigration. Oh, it was tough to watch. And Felicity Jones, she plays Laszlo's wife, Elizabeth. I thought she was incredible, and she comes after. I don't want to say when. I don't want to say when she comes in. If you haven't seen the film, I'm not gonna say it. But when she comes in the film, she was breathtaking. She does so much for this role, and I was really rooting for her to win. I was kind of disappointed that Zoe Saldana won for Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Pérez. The score. I thought the score for The Brutalist was beautiful. It is one of my favorite film scores ever, and it's funny because it's such a new film score. I I have been listening to this film score nonstop. I don't think a single day has gone by since after I've seen the film where I have not listened to the score from Daniel Bloomberg. It won Best Score. Wow, just Overture Bus. That is incredible. It set the tone right away for the film. It's it seems somehow uplifting but scary, and you're not so sure what the future holds, but it's kind of uplifting. That's just kind of a lot of the score in the beginning, mainly the overture ship and overture bus. It's scary. You're not sure what the future holds, but it's kind of uplifting. But just be weary. Other than that, there's so many great pieces throughout the entire film for the score. It's stunning. I love the score. It does a lot with implementing the different instruments. Go listen to it, please. I was listening to it before I even watched the film, and I thought, wow, this is fucking beautiful. I don't want to say too much on The Brutalist. It has been a while since I've seen it, but it has not left my mind since. I've been thinking about this film every day. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It's tragic. It's uplifting, and I loved every second of it. At first, I gave it an A because I thought, yeah, it's just long. It's long. I don't have an issue with long movies, but it just, I kind of wanted it to get going, but I'm in love with the craft of the film. I'm in love with every single aspect. I did not have a single issue with the film, to be honest. I'm giving The Brutalist an A+. It's truly one of those films that doesn't come, all the time. This is truly one of those special films. The Brutalist is fucking perfect. Go watch it, please. The Brutalist was fantastic. It was my choice to win Best Picture. Sadly, it didn't. It went to Anora, directed by Sean Baker. That's the next film we're going to be talking about. Now, I have not seen a Sean Baker film before. He did The Florida Project and Red Rocket and a lot of other films. I've heard great things about this director and his films. I never got around to them, but I'm definitely going to now because Anora was incredible. Anora was fantastic. The main actress is Mikey Madison, who won Best Actress, and I was rooting for her. If not her, I would have wanted to go to Demi Moore. I watched The Substance first, and I thought, wow, Demi Moore is fantastic. It'd be great if she won. But then I saw Anora, and I thought, holy shit, she deserves it. She did a lot in the film. And they're very different performances, Demi Moore in The Substance and Mikey Madison in Anora, but holy shit. I thought Mikey Madison was just fantastic. Anora is about Annie, or Anora. She's a stripper trying to make ends meet, and then she meets Ivan, this Russian young adult. He just kind of lounges around, lives off of his family money, and they decide to get married, but his relatives in Russia don't like it, and they try to get the marriage annulled. And it's just a big adventure at the end of the film. It's insane what goes on. It went in a completely different direction than what I thought it was going to go into. Know that the film is very funny. The film is so damn funny. I laughed my ass off so much throughout the film, and my theater had about like 6 people in it. They all laughed too. I saw this after the Oscars, so there wasn't a whole lot of people there, but they were still showing it. Anyways, wow, what a great film! And Anora swept at the Oscars. It won 5 of its 6 awards. If I can remember, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Editing, Best Actress, and Best Original Screenplay. It did not win for one award, that being Best Supporting Actor for Yura Borisov, who plays Igor in the film. I thought he was great. At first, I watched the film after the announcements for the Oscars were made. Um, I watched the film. I was like, oh, I didn't hear a lot about this performance. I watched the film, and I was like, okay, I don't mind the nomination, but as time grew on, it grew on me, and I thought it would have been cool if he won. I forgot who the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor went to. Kieran Culkin, that's right. I did not see A Real Pain. Anyways, back to Nora. Um, wow. I would have wanted Best Editing to go to The Brutalist, but there is this one big scene in the middle of the film that lasts for so long, and it's one scene. I'm not gonna say what it is, but holy shit! Just being able to stay contained and invested in that moment that lasted for so long, that didn't have a lot of time in between shots to like show that time passed by or whatever. Um, yeah, I think it's very rewarding for that. Although I think the Academy more so looked at the Vegas scene as why it should have won Best Editing, because there was a lot of editing in it. Anyways, I was very happy with Anora. I thought it was really funny. Mikey Madison was fantastic in the film. She does a lot in the film, and my girlfriend's excited to watch it. It's a very girly pop film, but I think anyone can enjoy it because it's so damn funny, and it's kind of tragic too. More so at the end, it's kind of tragic, and I'd like to watch it again so I can get more of a grasp and more of a feel on that tragic ending, because I liked it. I just wish it hit me a little harder, that tragedy. But I still understood it, and I still really liked it, and I still really adored this film. I don't have an issue with it winning Best Picture. It was my third best, outcome for it. It was the Brutalist, The Substance, and then Anora. But I'm okay with Anora winning Best Picture. I thought it was great. I'm giving Anora an A+. Just all around, it was fantastic. So many great choices. Such an interesting film. Next, let's move on to The Substance, directed by Coralie Farge. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now, when this film released back in, I think, October of last year, either like late September or October, I heard a lot of things about it. I heard how like very messed up it was, but I never got around to watching it. Regrettably so, because it was something I heard about, but I didn't look so much into it because I wanted to watch it and I wanted to go into blind. I just never got around to it for other reasons. Um, Holy shit, The Substance is fucking insane. It's about an actress played by Demi Moore who is aging, and she's not going to get as many roles as she wanted to. She's basically just old, right? And so she discovers this thing called the substance. You take it, and a new version of you grows out of your body. A younger version of you grows out of your body. But you have to respect the balance, as they say in the film, when you have to live between your younger self and your older self. Because your mind just goes from your older self to your younger self and vice versa. I love the rules they set up for how you have to follow it. as well as the consequences for when you don't follow those rules. I thought it was incredible. So imaginative. This is what I wanted to win Best Original Screenplay. Especially from what I heard that Coralie Farge didn't write it with a lot of dialogue in mind, or like little to no dialogue. And oh man, I don't want to say a lot about it because it really is such a messed up film. I will, because I don't want to explain what happens. I just want to talk about the things I adored about it in terms of filmmaking. It won Best Hair and Makeup Styling. Is that what the award is called? Best Hair and Makeup, basically. Deservedly so. What they do in the film is incredible, especially the end of the film. There's a sequence in the beginning where the substance event happens, but what happens at the end of the film, holy shit, that is unimaginable. Wow. So convincing, so fucked up and scary. Not scary, but just so fucking creepy. And especially what happens with Demi Moore's character. Wow, just incredible makeup on their part. And I guess Margaret Qualley, who plays a younger version of Demi Moore's character is Elizabeth and Margaret Qualley is Sue. I guess Margaret Qualley had to wear fake tits. Because then I remember, wait a minute, yeah, you were in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You were the hippie girl. I don't remember you having big tits in that movie. It just never crossed my mind that those were fake tits. I just thought that was really funny. I think The Substance should have been nominated for Best Editing. I thought the editing was fantastic, more so especially in the sequences when the substance is being used in the film. The substance is the thing that the characters take in the film. What else I want to say? Coralie Farge did a fantastic job. Just so many interesting shots throughout the film. Wow. It was just a filmmaking experience you have to see where an interesting concept is fully realized and pushed to the limit and then some. And it just goes to show what you can do with a little budget. And it's not like it's a really small budget, like a few $1,000,000. There is kind of a heft to the budget of The Substance, and it definitely shows. I'm just going to look it up real quick. $18 million. Now, that's relatively small for, big films. I thought it would be a much bigger budget, and I'm glad it made its money back and then some. It's a hit in terms, for a film of its size. It's not this big, gigantic film, but it garnered enough attention where, it was successful the way it needed to be. And it's good on horror for that. Good on horror for getting this Oscar and having all the noms for it, all deservedly so. I don't know if it was nominated for Best Cinematography. I think it deserved it. A nom for that because it's a stunning looking film. There's so many great shots, lighting, great camera movements, just such an interesting looking film. The Substance is just perfect. I do not have a single issue with it. The time just flies by. It's a long film, but wow, the time just flies by real quick. There's no fat to cut off. Everything is just perfect in the film. The pacing's great. The acting's great, and I love the theme and the substance behind the film about body image and the way society deems it, and then the way society deems you and your worth based on your body image. Holy shit. Such an interesting concept and such an interesting execution of said concept. I'm giving The Substance an A+. Just stunning. Yep, starting this video review thing off with 3 A+ in a row. Okay, let's talk about a film I saw on Christmas Day. Nosferatu. I spent Christmas with my girlfriend and her family this year, and her dad really wanted to see Nosferatu. Nosferatu released on Christmas Day. Nosferatu is directed by Robert Eggers, and I did not see the original Nosferatu film from the 20s and even, I don't know, the 60s, the 80s, whenever that other one came out. It's about these people who live in, where is it, Germany? I don't know. The husband, he's like a real estate guy, goes off to Count Orlok's place, and then Nosferatu comes to wreak havoc on the city, and he wants to take his wife because she promised him her life in the past or whatever. I'm not saying like whatever, like I'm dismissive and I don't care about the plot. It's just, it's been a while since I've seen it, and I really liked the film a whole lot. And I've been stuck between two specific grades for the film. I'll get to that at the end. Because I think more so because of the length and the editing. But that's not to say that it isn't a great film. It's a stunning and groundbreaking film in terms of its looks. Robert Eggers just has an eye for this specific gothic era thing he's going for. I'm just going to look up Nosferatu so I can say who the cinematographer is, because absolutely fantastic work. He was nominated for Best Cinematography. Jarin Blaschke, who has worked on all of his films, The Witch, The Northman, and The Lighthouse. I have not seen The Witch in its entirety, but looks great. All fantastic looking films. They all do so many great things. Camera movements, framing, the lighting. They just get better and better with every film, more intense. And Nosferatu, I think, is the most stunning looking film out of all. It just captures like that old gothic era look so perfectly with like the great blue tinge it has going on. Wow, just really groundbreaking shit they were working on. And I've seen a few behind the scenes clips here and there, and I just can't believe just what they did. It's just incredible. Yeah, let's talk about Lily Rose Depp for a sec. I would not have minded a Best Actress nom for her for her performance. It's really fucking crazy what she does. There's so many weird scenes of her with like her eyes rolling back and her tongue sticking out, all like possessed by Nosferatu. It's fucking crazy. She was great in the film. There's a lot of great moments of her doing shit like that. Nicholas Hoult, I thought he was great. As Thomas. So it's Thomas and Ellen. That was great. And Bill Skarsgård, who plays Nosferatu, Count Orlok. The hair and makeup work on him was incredible. So if it wasn't for the substance, it would have been for Nosferatu for this film. Because holy shit, he looked absolutely incredible. And just disgusting and mangled and great work. Yeah, it's just a star-studded cast. Aaron Taylor-Jones, Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe was just great. For the little time he's in the film, he's fantastic. That guy, I want to see him in every movie from now on. I love Willem Dafoe. He's great. But, yeah, Nosferatu, had a really good time with it. I got everything it was going for. I just want to go over my Letterboxd review. I said, with great makeup for Nosferatu, a haunting and chilling score. Yeah, the score is great. Not extremely memorable, but there are some pieces that stick out to me that are stuck in my head that I thought fit the tone perfectly well. Haunting and, terrifying. Great performances all around and beautiful cinematography and production. This is a very enjoyable film, with my only criticism being in the pacing, as there are moments that can feel pretty slow. And it's basically it. Just an all-around, extremely well-made film, but the pacing and editing kind of drag it down for me a bit. More so once Thomas goes to Count Orlok, it's just pretty damn slow. And it's him and Ellen in the beginning of the film just kind of hanging out. And then it's just his journey to Count Orlok, and that's all we see. And we barely cut back to, Ellen. at her place feeling lonely and shit, or getting nightmares from Count Orlok or whatever. It's really long, that sequence. But once we get to like the end of that sequence, then the film picks up again. I think it's just that moment that kind of bogs it down for me. Um, is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, I liked how violent and fucked up this film was. I'm not gonna say what specifically happens, but there are a few characters who met a demise that I did not expect to see, and holy shit, that took guts to do. Um, wow, I did not expect to see that. Go watch the film if you haven't seen Nosferatu. It's great. I'm stuck between a B and a B plus. I really, really, really dug the film, and I love what it was going for. It's just that editing pacing issue I had with Thomas's journey going to Count Orlok, because it is rather slow. I'm more so leaning towards a B plus. I've gone back and forth on Letterboxd between a 3.5 and a 4. But I'm more so leaning towards a B plus, more so because of the craft of the film. Just fantastic, great work all around. Great sets, great costumes, great score, great acting, a fantastic look all around. Just great. So let's talk about. Let's get into animation real quick. Let's talk about Look Back, which is an anime film directed by, waiting for it to pull up, Kiyotaka Oshiyama. Wow, this was pretty fucked up. Um, it's about these students in, I'll say, middle school, because I don't know how the Japanese schooling system translates over to the States. I'll just say they're in middle school. They're manga artists who kind of compete with each other, kind of don't, and they end up meeting each other because one of them is a shut-in at school, the other one is at school, who draws manga for the school paper, and she initially sees the other student as competition because holy shit, her backgrounds are excellent and she has like really dark themes going with them. I just kind of draw some haha funny goofy cartoons. They meet, they have a bond, they grow up, they argue, they I don't want to say any more about it. It's just more so about the journey they go on with each other, growing up, getting more so into their into the business of making manga. A lot of it is about why they do their art, and what drives their passion to do their art. And if you know me, I love movies about creativity, about passion, about living life. And this film has a lot of that. It's about getting out of your comfort zone to live life, to explore, to do everything. And it also has to do with balancing that out with your career. I mean, not to an extreme extent. It's touched on here and there. But I thought this film was beautiful. And it's very bittersweet and tragic what happens. I'm not gonna say what it is. Just go see this film for yourself. There's so many great looking moments and beautiful moments of animation in this film that I found very touching. And I always find anime films to be just all around just like well put together because it's basically a storyboard come to life, you know? You draw storyboards to, kind of explain what's going on in a shot, to get a sense of what's in the shot, who's moving around, yada yada. Anime and animated films are just that, come to life. And I think Look Back is just a stunning film that was totally snubbed for best animated film. Take out The Wild Robot, take out Inside Out 2, Look Back wins. And come on, it's so accessible. It's just under it's just under an hour long, and it was on Amazon Prime. One of the most accessible ways to watch a film. Come on. And it wasn't nominated. You nominated Inside Out 2. Come on. Because it's the Pixar nomination, whatever. There's so much more to animation out there than just what the American studios offer. Okay? But Look Back was beautiful. Very tragic. Just beautiful moments of animation. So smooth. And I love the opening sequence of our character just sitting at a desk, and also her drawing her manga. We see like an animated version of it come to life. I thought it was really fucking funny. But yes, go see Lookout. It's on Prime. It's less than an hour. It's it's beautiful. I loved it. I'm giving Look Back an A minus. I know I'm being a little like, oh, I liked it. It's so good, but it's been a while since I've seen these, and just if I have some reviews of these on Letterboxd. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. But it's just for me to get it out there. Go see these movies, and I just want to say like what I liked about them. Great animation, uh, very bittersweet, very fucked up, but very touching. Let's stick on the animation train. I recently saw the new Naoko Yamada film, who is a director of A Silent Voice, one of my favorite films of all time. This film is The Colors Within. It's about this girl in like this all girls school. She sees people as colors. She sees the aura that they're the colors that the aura emits, and she's fascinated by it. And she accidentally starts a band with these kids whose colors she finds fascinating. And it's about their journey together, them getting over their insecurities, them being able to accept who they are and to tell the people around them who they are and what they like, and being themselves. And it's an all around just a pretty cute, charming film. I loved it. I did. It's simple, it's cute, it's charming. Um I'm just trying to find it real quick just to see what I gave it. Yeah. Okay. Um I love the moments of the characters together making their music, and I think the score is pretty great too. Outside of like the songs that the characters make, the score, which was from Kensuke Ushio, who also composed the score for A Silent Voice. While watching the film, I'm hearing the score and I'm thinking, huh, this sounds a lot like the score for A Silent Voice. I wonder if Kensuke Ushio did it. And then I saw his name in the credits, and I told myself, I'm so fucking smart. Um, it's so cool that I made that connection, because like they sound very similar. They're going for very similar things, like kind of chill, kind of laid back, kind of vibey moments that I really liked about the score for this film. I listen to it every day too. It's just really cute and simple. I think the animation is great in the film. It's very colorful. It's very fluid, and there's a lot of great moments of our characters, and our main character especially, Totsuko. Totsuko. There's a great moment of her just kind of dancing in a courtyard area, and I thought that was animated very beautifully, and it's very smooth. One thing I wanted to see more of was the colors. I want to see more. I wanted more POV shots from her perspective, of a lot more moments of people's colors and whatnot. But that's kind of it. That's kind of all I really have to say about it. I think it's great. I love the conclusion it comes to. I love the arcs all of our characters go on. It's just an all around cute, charming film that I think anyone can get behind. And I'm giving this film a B. The Colors Within was very charming. I was looking forward to it because I love A Silent Voice, and I want to see more work from Naoko Yamada. She has other films like Liz and the Bluebird. She also worked on Nichijou, which is an awesome, incredible anime. And she also did K-On!, which I heard is a very good anime as well. But yeah, I just want to watch more from Naoko Yamada because she's great. I love A Silent Voice. And I really, really, really love this film too. Let's talk about Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl. This film was directed by Merlin Crossingham and Nick Park. I love Wallace and Gromit from what I've seen. I haven't seen all of those short films they did before, but I just love the idea of it. An inventor makes all these gadgets and stuff, and this dog who's just smart and kind of pissed off at him all the time, but still loves him. And in this film, they deal with an antagonist from one of their previous films, Feathers McGraw, who wants revenge for having him put in jail, basically. Wallace builds these gnomes or he builds a gnome to help Gromit do yard work, and there's a police investigation going on about Feathers McGraw escaping prison. Oh no, not yet. It's more so about them trying to figure out what's up with all the gnomes and yada yada, and then Feathers McGraw and shit, yada yada. Um, I will say I think the film could have done without the police subplot. As funny as it was, and as many great funny moments as it was, I thought it just kind of dragged the film down a bit. I just want to get back to the Wallace and Gromit stuff. But the Wallace and Gromit stuff is all great, and holy shit, the film looks incredible. I love stop motion animation, and there's so much going on in this film. And yeah, I think there is some like post CG stuff going on with like water effects and certain things, but holy shit, like it still fits the environment so damn well. It looks incredible. There's so many great sequences where I'm just thinking, holy shit, how do they do this? And then you see behind the scenes clips of them like messing with the models and taking the pictures, everything. Like, holy shit, these guys love their craft so much. And I love the craft of stop motion. It looks great. But yeah, all around, it was a fun score. It's all around just a fun vibe. I love the tone of the film. It's goofy. It doesn't take itself way too seriously until it gets to the middle of the film, then the third act. It's just so fun, so imaginative. I loved it. I gave Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl a B plus. It's really fun. Give it a watch. It's on Netflix. I would have loved to see it in a theater. It was nominated for Best Animated Film, and if it won, I wouldn't have mind. I don't care. It would have been cool. But it went to Flow, the next film we'll be talking about. Flow was directed by Gintz Zilbaladis. It's about a cat who has to navigate itself through a flood as the wildlands gets flooded, and the cat meets a dog, a crane, what else, a capybara and a lemur, and they're on a boat, and it's cute, and the score was great. I don't know why the film was nominated for best score, but The Wild Robot was. I thought the score was more impactful in Flow, more so because it was a silent film. Yeah, there's no dialogue in the film. I hate that was spoiled for me, because I would have loved to go in blind and just realize that, oh, there's no dialogue. There's no animals talking to each other and saying like, say what, and, annoying celebrity voice actors doing the voices for these animals to make, dumb quippy jokes all the time. I love that it was silent. It kept my attention. I was engaged the whole time. It felt a little slow and kind of repetitive every now and then. Not the whole time, just every now and then, because of, certain moments. And it was just, we go and find another animal. We go and find another animal. We go and find another animal. And there's not like a point. There's not like a message or a moral or a theme. Like, from what I can tell, at least, I just thought it was a really well presented and unique film, especially for the animation. It did like what The Wild Robot did, sort of like airbrush, like water paint style aesthetic thing going on. But I think it's much more of a visually interesting looking film, especially because there's a lot of long unbroken takes. And we really get a sense of it just keeps us more engaged in the moment when we're just kind of, the camera's just tracking these characters as they go about doing something, interacting with something, and how it ends up involving another character in it. Sorry. Yeah, I really, really loved Flow. I dug it a lot. And I honestly felt that it is what the Wild Robot should have been. I made a fucking video on it saying I love the Wild Robot, but as time goes on, I think I love the idea of it more than the actual film. Because as the more I look back on it, I think, okay, yeah, it seems just kind of like a regular, family kids movie, you know, and then you hear the duck talk, and then I don't know. I just think this is what the Wild Robot should have been. I'm giving Flow a B plus. All around, it's just a great, well executed, enjoyable film from Latvia. I didn't know where Latvia was. It's around France. I think it's north of France. And it's the first Oscar to go to the country of Latvia. Yeah, it's around Lithuania, Belarus, Poland, south of Finland. Okay, yeah. So it's nowhere near France. Yeah, that's where Latvia is. Yeah, Flow is great. It's on Max right now. Go check it out. It's about an hour and 25, so it doesn't feel so long. And I'm sure because there's no dialogue, it's gonna feel longer for other people. But just give it a watch. I thought Flow was great. It won Best Animated Film. I'm totally okay with that. I would have wanted Look Back to be nominated and win. I mean, it was on the eligibility list, but the Oscars hate Japanese films for some reason. And unless it's a Studio Ghibli film, you know? But anyways, yeah, that is Flow. That was great. Absolutely loved it. I guess that's it for the animated films I have on this list. Now let's talk about a film that's not nominated for anything, but it was something I was looking forward to. Joker, Folie à Deux, directed by Todd Phillips. It is a sequel to the hit Joker from 2019, and holy shit, this thing bombed. I don't even think it grossed $300 million worldwide. Joker grossed over $1 billion worldwide. The first R-rated film to do so. That's insane. Joker 2 box office. Joker 2 grossed a total of $207 million worldwide. Holy shit. $800 million less plus than from regular Joker. Only made $58 million domestically. I think the thing that turned people off the most was the fact that it's a musical, sort of. Yeah, it's a musical. So the plot is Arthur's in jail after having murdered Robert De Niro, Murray, in the first Joker, and it's a courtroom drama about like, hey, are you gonna get life or are you gonna get the chair or whatever? You're gonna get executed. And then Lady Gaga plays Harley Quinn, who's in the mental asylum with Arthur Fleck. And she's all like, "You're Joker, baby. I like you. Let's be weird together." And he's all like, "I'm Joker." I don't know. It's a weird movie, and I was generous with it on Letterboxd because I did enjoy it. I liked the film overall, but there are so many what the fuck moments in the film. There's an implied rape scene in the film. Joker, when he's in the court, he's like, "Oh yeah, fuck those security guards." They basically it's heavily implied that they raped him because he's being dragged across the fucking floor or whatever, and his pants are down. What the fuck was the point of that? I don't think it honestly served a purpose. I don't know what the fuck. I honestly think the film could have done without Harley Quinn. I think they just added her there because we need Harley Quinn because it's the Joker movie. And I honestly don't get what people said about, it hates the fans of the first movie. I honestly don't see that. I honestly don't. I'm spoiling the film. Fuck it. Is it because Joker at the end is all like, "Yeah, I'm not Joker"? Is that it? Because like he is a fucking bad person. He killed multiple people in Joker. You feel sorry for him, But he is a bad person, despite his abuse that he went through as a kid, despite his mental illness. He is a bad person. So I don't see it as like a slap to the face of the fans with him, basically going like, "Oh yeah, I'm not Joker." Because there is a moral dilemma he has with himself. There is a cool animated sequence at the beginning where he's all like, "Oh, that's just my shadow doing all the mean things, not me." And the lawyers are like, "Hey, is there a way we can use that? Like, was that you who did it, or was that like the Joker persona, or are you Joker?" And he wants to like take it on, like, "Oh yeah, this is me," you know. I don't know. I want to look over my review for this film real quick. Let me see. I'm just gonna read some of it. The production, yet again, is great. It's a dazzling looking film, that is true. The score is pretty good, although not as memorable as the first film. I thought it fit the tone pretty well. Cast is great all around. I don't mind the musical sequences. I thought they were fine. It gave us a unique insight into the headspace of Arthur. Yeah, that is something I enjoyed about it, the musical aspect of the film. Um, I don't think Joaquin Phoenix is like the greatest singer, but he didn't have to be. And I do like those musical sequences. I think they're pretty fun. I'm not sure if I was a fan of the one where Lady Gaga, set fire to the piano. I couldn't like quite get what they were saying. I like the more imaginative sequences where they're dancing and it's like the Joker like TV live show that they're doing. I like those sequences more. And especially the one where he's I think it's like he sings his first song in the prison watching the TV, and then the security guards go, "Arthur, Arthur," and then it just cuts back to him just like looking at the TV, like it's just all in his head. I wish there was more of that, more of those moments as well. You know, because they are a unique look, and an interesting aspect of the film, looking into his headspace. I know they're not real, but I wish there was more of that and not an implied rape scene. Because what the fuck? Because I don't get the point of that. I get the point of him thinking he's part of this big grand thing, you know, having like a self-importance to him. Um, there is this pretty cool sequence at the end of the film where there's like the big explosion in the courthouse and people try to break Joker out, but then he's all like, "Oh no, this isn't me." Then he runs away. It's a oneer, and it's a really long take. I like it. I wish there was more of that. Because if as far as I don't remember there being a lot of wonders in Joker, the first one. So it was interesting too. Holy shit, the budget for this skyrocketed. It needed to make like 400 million, 500 million worldwide. It didn't. And I could see where the budget went, but when the first Joker did a whole lot more with a whole lot less, because it does. I don't think it does a lot more in terms of it looking better or it having a better feeling of production than the first film. They're more so interchangeable, I think, from what I can tell. It's still a stunning looking film, but that budget just skyrocketed. I think mainly because they're like, "Oh, we need more money because we're the big stars and I'm a big time director now." Holy shit. Anyways, yeah, Joker Folie Adieu. I enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it more on a second watch. I'm sure I'll find out more things that I won't enjoy as well. It's a pretty conflicting film for me because it is rather slow and kind of boring at points, but I was engaged nonetheless. I honestly just don't get why people thought this was like the worst thing ever. Like it is the worst comic book movie they saw, and it's such a slap in the face to the people who like the first Joker. I honestly don't get that specific argument that it's a slap in the face to the first Joker and it's a big fuck you to fans. I don't get that perspective. I just thought it was a pretty okay courtroom drama that I wish maybe just had like another draft done to it or so, because there are some interesting things in the film. So I was nice. I gave it a 3 star in Letterbox to help out the grade a bit, but I'm kind of torn on a C plus B minus. So I'll keep it between that, a C plus B minus, more so leaning towards a B minus, a low B minus, I'll say. Okay, we got Joker, Folie, Adieu out of the way. Let's talk about um let's talk about a film. Since I'm already talking about a film I was kind of iffy on, let's talk about a film that is very controversial, that a lot of people don't like. Um just it's getting pounded and pounded on social media. Emilia Pérez, directed by Jacques Audidard. It is about a hold on. I just want to pull up the name of the characters real quick. The names of the characters. So Zoe Saldana plays this lawyer named Rita. She wants more in life. Then she gets contacted by the leader of a Mexican cartel, who wants to transition from a man to being a woman, and lead a new life, leaving the old life behind. So Rita does so, and then Emilia Perez is all like, cause the Mexican cartel lord becomes Emilia Perez, and she goes, "Hey, I miss my family. I know I faked my death. I miss my family though. I want to see them again. I know it's been 5 years, but I miss my family." And then she gets to see her family again, and then she starts a nonprofit to find victims of cartel killings, and then she dies at the end of the film because of some stupid shit that happens. Holy fuck, I hate this movie. I I don't want to say I hate it, but I heavily dislike it. Now, I'm not gonna complain about because I don't speak Spanish. I should, but I'm a bad Mexican, so I'm not gonna complain that it translates horribly over because I'm just reading the closed captionings. But I can understand why people wouldn't like it for that if it doesn't translate over well. Sorry. But what I don't like most about the film is the song. So it's a musical, and apparently it was written as like a stage play, an opera, which seems like it would be more suited for it. But a lot of the songs are just so very whatever and just not good. They don't have a good flow to it. And there's only one song I like that has a good flow to it, and it's when Rita is contemplating whether or not she should take up this opportunity. I like the melody of it. I think it sounds nice. I like the melody of it. But other than that, most of the songs are so forgettable. The El Mal song, the Oscar winning song. Oh yeah, the film was nominated for 13 Oscars, by the way. Undeserving of any Oscar. Not Best Actress, not Best Supporting Actress. Zoe Saldana won. They should have gone to Felicity Jones. Hell, even Ariana Grande, I thought, did a much better job. No hate to Zoe Saldana. I just thought that there was much better competition than her this year. She was fine in the movie, but nothing about her performance stood out. Not best cinematography, not best editing. What, did the Academy like establishing shots that lasted too long? Fuck off. Yeah, I just didn't like this movie. It has a terrible pace. It's so fucking slow and boring. And the biggest sin any film can be to me is boring. You can be dumb and entertaining. Just don't be dumb and boring. This film was just so fucking boring. And the pacing, it's just, hey, I'm a lawyer. Oh, you want to have a sex change operation. Let's spend like 20 minutes doing that. And then, oh, now you have your sex change operation 5 years later. Hey, I miss my kids. I miss my kids. So, hey, let's get you back to see your kids. But you have to pretend to be their auntie. And then you get pissed off at Selena Gomez, your previous wife, for, dating other people. You chose to leave the life, bitch. So you shouldn't have a say in who this person can go have sex with or whatever. But I think she's more so pissed off because it was someone she cheated on her with before. And then she starts a nonprofit. Then there's a song about how it's dirty money, and they never touch up on the fact afterwards it's just brought up and then never touched on again. And then I met this girl, and then Selena Gomez, you're gonna take the kids away and get married. You're not taking away my kids. And then fucking what? She cuts off Selena Gomez from her money. She's like, how could she do that? You need to get my money back. And then with her boyfriend, she kidnaps Emilia Pérez and holds her for ransom. And then she's all like, "Oh, hey, I was your husband. I'm now Emilia Perez." And then they put her in a trunk and they drive away. And Selena Gomez is all like, "Oh my God, she's in the trunk. That's my old husband." The guy's like, "What?" And then fucking she starts grabbing onto the wheel, the gun. Then the car fucking crashes and explodes. And I laughed because it's so stupid. Then they have like a little parade in honor of Emilia Perez because she started a nonprofit to find dead bodies of cartel victims. Like everything that the character wanted just happened. I want to do a sex change. Okay. I want to see my kids. Okay. I want to start a nonprofit. Okay. Like no push and pull. Just, yep, it happens. Don't get me started on the penis to vagina song. That is giga cringe, as the kids say. Holy shit. I'm okay with there not being like serious songs in a film just to kind of play with the tone a bit. But it's just not a good song. It's just not fun to listen to. It has a terrible melody. Like Zoe Saldana goes, "Hello, very nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operations." Like, why'd you have to say, "Hello, very nice to meet you"? Like in such a hurry. How about just it's very nice to meet you. It starts the song off and it's so off-putting. Holy shit. And then it's just such a tonal whiplash. It's like this very serious film. And then it goes into from penis to vagina. I see. Yes. Like, holy vaginoplasty. Yes. Oh, fuck, man. It's such a tonal whiplash. Like, and it's the only point in the film where it's like, haha, we're goofy. And it's such a tonal whiplash. It's so fucking weird. It's just such a weird fucking point in the film. Or it's like, it's so serious. Like, oh, fuck, my life could be on the line. I gotta get this done. And then from penis to vagina. Like, fuck off. Such a not fucking serious thing. I get it, that's the point, but it's such a tonal whiplash. I'm saying the same things over and over again. Fuck. I gotta stop talking about this movie. Forever now, please. Let me be done with this. Okay, well, I just have an obligation to talk about it because I've seen it. It's an Oscar film, yada yada. What else can I say? I have a long review on Letterboxd about this. I wasted my time. It's over 2 hours. So fucking boring. Didn't like the song. There's one song that had a nice melody to it. I guess there's an issue people had with the Emilia Perez character, where it was like, oh hey, you want to be trans so you can lead a new life and leave your old life behind because you want to escape and you think that's the only way to escape. And they kind of touch on in the film where the doctor's all like, lady, I could change the body, but the soul's the same, or something like that. And then fucking Rita goes, changing society, changes the body, changes society, change society, changes the soul, changes the soul, changes society, changes it all. So fucking cringe. It just it doesn't sound right. It's just such a that meme of Peter going, it insists upon itself. I felt like that moment kind of felt like that. Fuck, man. It just didn't seem like there was a point to the movie. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if there was a point the film tried to make or anything. I just thought it was just cringe all around. And I don't use that word a whole lot. And don't get me wrong, I like some cringe here and there. I like embarrassing cringe. But this is just fucking weird, man. I can dig a weird movie, but this is fucking bad and boring. I'm giving this film a D. I'm being nice. There are some interesting things it does. Like, it looks nice. I'll give it that. It just looks like a regular film that comes out. There are some interesting camera movements with like Selena Gomez's songs. but like I don't remember anything about the songs. I don't care. I'm done with this movie. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore unless like I have another discussion with someone else about it. Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie, man. So fucking boring. Okay. Now let's talk about something I've been wanting to talk about for so long. Hundreds of Beavers, directed by Mike Cheslick. The film just broke over $1 million at the box office. Such a great thing for such a small movie. For a movie where a guy kind of just made it on his own, it felt like. I mean, I know he had help, but like, holy shit. Um, it's about this guy who made Applejack, like cider. Then Beavers, you know, they came by and fucked it all up. Then he has to survive the harsh winter. And he has to survive by killing certain animals, selling their skin for items. And there's this lady he likes who was the daughter of the guy he buys items from. And it's a mainly silent film. There's like two lines of dialogue where they just go, huh? Or they say a word. Um, and then he has to kill hundreds of beavers, maybe even thousands of beavers. Holy shit. This movie was a fucking trip. I loved it. Um, I absolutely adored Hundreds of Beavers. And it was something I heard a lot about a while ago. A YouTuber of mine, YMS, Your Movie Sucks, reviewed the film. He saw it at a festival. Um, I think it was at some point in 2022 he saw it, because I think that's when it got released to festivals and stuff. Or maybe it was in 2023 is when he saw it. Anyways, I heard about it and I was like, holy shit, how do I get to watch this film? And I missed my chance to see it in theaters when they like to go around to show it in theaters. But it's on Prime. Go fucking watch this movie. It is possibly one of the funniest films I've ever seen in my life. Possibly the funniest film I've ever seen in my life. I'll say Superbad is the funniest film I've seen in my life, but holy shit, this is right up there. It's so fucking funny. It's so imaginative. And it shows the true power that a filmmaker has if he or she just puts the time, the dedication, the effort, and you don't give a shit about what limitations you have on you. Because this person made a film where the animals are just people in fucking mascot suits. He fights them, and there's a lot of special effects work in it. It's like groundbreaking or incredible or like Marvel CGI or anything, but it's fun and goofy and fits the tone of the film perfectly. It's all black and white. I love that about the film. I'd be horrified to see what this looks like in color. I would love to see it in color. I'd like to know if there was a version where we see the color version of this film, but I think it being black and white is just fucking perfect. Oh shit, I'm tired. Anyways, Hundreds of Beavers. Please go watch this film. It is a testament to what a filmmaker can do if he or she has the passion, the love for filmmaking, for the craft, for having a story, an idea, and fully realizing it. Saying, fuck limitations. This is what I'm going to do. There are so many interesting things that goes on with special effects work, with CGI work, with green screen work, with After Effects work. There's a scene of the character running away from hundreds of beavers. And it's most likely just, a lot of different people. A lot of different people and a lot of different beaver mascot suits on a green screen, just kind of running. And then they plop hundreds of them on screen at once. And it looks kind of convincing for a bit, and it's just so fucking funny to see it all happen. I don't want to say too much about it, but just go watch it, please. It is so fucking funny and imaginative, and oh, I love this film. Hundreds of Beavers gets an A plus. That's right. This video has 4 A pluses. The Substance, The Brutalist, Anora, Hundreds of Beavers, all fantastic fucking films. Hundreds of Beavers is the most impressive. Oh my god, this movie's awesome. It's funny. There's great action in it. It's so imaginative. Please go watch it. It's incredible. I, I haven't smiled this much in so long. I'm just thinking about this movie and how fucking awesome it was. And when I get paid soon and I deal with all my expenses, I gotta buy a physical copy of this. I gotta buy the Blu-ray of this so I can have this film forever. This incredible film that this incredible filmmaker created. And I gotta check out his other work. Holy shit, I love this film. A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus. I feel like that scene in fucking Christmas Story where the teacher's going A plus 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 plus. It's not so damn good. Go watch Hundreds of Beavers. You do not have an excuse to not watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. Okay. Next, there are only 2 films left. These are Oscar films nominated for Best Picture. One of them, Best Foreign Picture, and Best Actress for Fernanda Torres. I'm Still Here. I'm Still Here is directed by Walter Salles. And I've only seen one film from this director, that being The Motorcycle Diaries, which is about Che as he grew up, traveling around on a motorcycle as a young kid, attending to people, using his medical skills, seeing what happened to the country. I liked it when I saw it. I don't know a whole lot about Che, really, but as a film and its contained story, I liked it. But I'm Still Here is about a Brazilian family who comes under scrutiny from the government as one of the family members gets taken away. And it's a story about trying to get said family member back, trying to locate said family member, and dealing with the hardships that get brought down upon them from the overseeing government. Fuck. I really liked this film. I thought it was really tragic and heartbreaking because I didn't know that this was a thing that happened. I'm not the biggest history buff. I should know more about history. But holy fuck. The fact that this happened is really fucking tragic and heartbreaking. Fernanda Torres was absolutely stunning in the film. Because she is a majority of the film. She's like 90% of the film. And if she won the award, I would not have minded at all. She does so much. She puts herself through so much in the film. And I don't have a whole lot to say on it. I want to see. Did I do a Letterboxd review on it? I did. Let's see. I found this to be a very tragic and well-told story. I wasn't a fan of the pacing, but I was engaged nonetheless and never lost interest. All the performances are great, and I can see and understand why Fernanda Torres has a nomination for Best Actress, and she is basically in every scene and is giving it her all. I like the family dynamic. It's well shot, and it seems very quiet, as I don't remember there being a lot of manipulative music in terms of the score. There are some choices I didn't gel with, but I still very much enjoy this film. I'm giving this a B. So yeah, there's my grade, a B. I liked I'm Still Here. I found it to be a pretty powerful, tragic, kind of uplifting story. And why'd I say uplifting? No, it's fucked up. It is. But I guess it shows the resolve of the family. The few moments I didn't gel with, I'd say, are like when we get the POV shots of the camera of the I think it's an 8mm camera that one of the daughter characters used to shoot stuff with. We get some weird POV shots from the camera, and I don't think I was just like, why? I don't know. If they were like the actual footage that the daughter shot, if that is, then that's cool, but I'm not sure like why it was included in the film. I'm not sure if it served a purpose. it's just kind of slow too. It takes a while to get to it, get to the the meat of the film. But I never lost interest. Like I said, I was always engaged because there was always like a looming threat over them, and there was always something that they had to do, and there was always things and sacrifices the characters had to make. I still really like the film, and I'd like to watch it again at some point because I'm sure I'd like it more. But as of now, I'm Still Here gets a B. A pretty powerful story. And let's talk about the last film on here. That being Conclave, directed by Edward Berger. Now, I haven't seen an Edward Berger film, but the last film he directed was All Quiet on the Western Front, which was a remake of the old film All Quiet on the Western Front. Heard a lot of things about it, wanted to see it. Never got around to it, not sure when I will. But anyways, he directed Conclave, which is a story about the Pope died and the cardinals and yada yada. They have to figure out who the next Pope's going to be by an election, basically. And they do multiple rounds until one Pope gets like a specific amount of a majority vote or whatever. And all of these people have like controversy surrounding them. And I thought it was good. Don't have a whole lot to say on it. Just wasn't really like mind blowing or special to me. There are some interesting things. There are some interesting camera angles throughout the film. It is a good looking film, but I thought it was weak in a few aspects. Let's talk about the score. The score wants to make it seem like it's this extremely super important and super tense film. I didn't get that. I thought the score was just kind of out there and totally doesn't match the tone that the film wants to go for. And if it wanted to go for that tone, then you kind of fucked it up. I think personally, I didn't like the editing too. I thought the editing was kind of weird. And it's more so to do with the score too. It just comes in at weird moments, and I don't get why we cut to certain shots, yada yada. Isabella Rossellini was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. I don't know why. She was barely in the movie. Ray Fiennes was nominated for Best Actor. I get why. He was a majority of the film. He's basically in every scene. And I forgot what his specific role is in the film. He's a cardinal. Okay. I don't know. The film seemed kind of inconsequential and just whatever. It's just like, oh hey, you have a controversy, so we're not gonna like you. We don't want you to be Pope because you don't like this demographic. We don't want you to be Pope because you don't like this demographic. Oh, the controversy came about you now. Dirt got uncovered on you, and dirt got uncovered on you, and it's just kind of that over and over again. I like Stanley Tucci in the film. I liked his character. I'm kind of surprised that not a lot of people are talking about the ending of the film, because it does take an interesting turn. And to be honest, I thought a lot of like right wingers would look at that and go, "Oh my god, disgusting! How could they inject that garbage into this religious film?" I don't know. I expected to hear that, but I haven't heard a lot about it from this film. From people talking about it. No one talks about that. I don't know. It's just a very whatever film to me. It looks good. There's some good shots in it. There's some interesting camera movements here and there. But overall, it's just kind of a static whatever movie. It won an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay. And, whatever. Overall, it's an okay movie. I might like it if I watch it again, but I'm not going to rush to it anytime soon. I'm just going over my review on Letterboxd real quick. Okay, here's my thing about the score. On its own, I think it does sound, pretty good. But in context of the film, it does not mesh with the tone very well, or it wants to make it seem like it's more epic and dramatic than it actually is, and it just comes in at weird points. I wasn't bored, but the film was kind of slow, and there were just small moments that kept me invested. Like, oh, okay, this thing popped up. Okay, this thing popped up then. Okay, this thing popped up. I said the sound mixing felt off to me. I don't remember much about the sound mixing. Um, what else? I was never bored. The ending seemed kind of anticlimactic. I don't know. I guess that's it. I get this film a B. I could be leaning more towards a B minus though. But for now, I'll just say B until I watch it again. Yeah, nothing special, but it's a well-made movie. It's put together in a good manner. It's just nothing mind-blowing, nothing special. You know, kind of uneventful. Okay, that's it. So, I guess that's it. Those are all the movies I wanted to talk about. The new things I wanted to talk about, had a lot to say on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What'd you think about these movies I talked about? Please go watch Hundreds of Beavers, especially Hundreds of Beavers, The Brutalist, Anora, The Substance. Go watch those movies. They're great. Go watch The Colors Within and Wallace and Gromit and all the good movies I had good things to say on. I guess the only thing I'll say is don't watch Emilia Pérez because it was fucking boring. Anyways, yeah. I guess that's it. Tell me what you thought about those movies in the comments below, and I'll be back with more enjoyable content like this. So, yeah, bye.